Hey guys, this is Anthony Vang, also known as Raging Pixels. Anyway, I'm gonna be using R9. Oh, music's a little too loud. I'm gonna be using similar 40 R9 for this tutorial since I found out that a lot of people still haven't upgraded to 9.5 or R10 or even R11, which I'm not gonna bother doing that. But yeah, so those of you that are still using 9.0 and haven't gone anything further than that, go and download the 9.1 update because most of you guys that still have 9.0 didn't realize that 9.1 was free. So go download that update and install it and then continue. And the reason for that is it loads up a little faster. It renders a little faster. You have a new hypernurbs. I mean, it's the same one, but it has a new algorithm, which works a little better than the stock one. And oh, and did you guys know that in the info, like help info, every single scene that pops up in here is rendered out, and you'll see the render bar pop up every now and then before the next frame pops up, and every single frame that pops up is rendered, and it's not a set image, which is kind of cool. So you see how fast these things render. It's only a couple seconds, and yet they get it to look like this. And still, we can't figure out how to make stuff look like this. Sad, huh? Anyway, well, at least I can't. I don't know about you guys, but I still can't. But this is gonna be an introduction to hypernurbs and how hypernurbs work, and I'm gonna give really stupid, really cheap explanations on it because I never passed math, so I'm not going to be able to go into any mathematical explanations about it. But the basics of it is, well, let's see. Have you ever made like an object and it looks pretty cool, and then you drop it into a hypernurb and it looks like total utter crap? Such as like this. This could look kind of cool to somebody. Who knows? But as soon as you drop it into a hypernerb, it loses that shape and it turns into some other odd, different, more some other odd monstrosity. Um, and there's a lot of people who don't understand why hypernerbs do this, and they think it's a useless tool because it makes it look like not what it's supposed to look like. And a lot of people tell other people that hypernerbs will make your model look better. It'll make it smoother. In those cases, yeah, but it doesn't always make it look better if you don't know what you're doing. And this is to teach you how it works and how, well, just things you should know about it. So basically, what a hypernerb does is it adds more polygons to a certain object depending on the subdivision count that is on the hypernerb modifier, and it'll also smooth it to a certain degree depending on the polyflow of your mesh. And basically, the poly count wise, um, let's see, hypernerb. Let's make it just one. Oops, that doesn't matter. Um, so you go into that view. Okay, right now this polygon is one polygon. So if I drop it in here with the value of 1, it'll take that one polygon and cut it up into 4. So it's basically 1 times 4. So 1 times 4 is there. That's 4. So it'll cut it up into 4 polygons and round it off, but we'll get into that later. And as you increase it, it multiplies this 4 by another 4 because it cuts these single polygons up into four more. So if you go up 1, it'll be 16, and you go up 1 again, it'll be 64. You get my drift. You go up again. I don't know what 64 times 4 is. 256? Oh, let's take a guess. Yeah, 256. Okay, yeah, so it'll basically do that and round it off. Now the way how it rounds off, it's probably a little easier to show you with polygons, but I'll do it with edges first. Every edge has a center point. There's a center to every edge. And if I just select one, the axis will go straight to the center of that edge. And basically, if you know how Bezier splines work, it's basically the same thing as that. Like, say this will be like the center of the edges of one of the places, and this will be the center of the next one, and basically it'll draw a line out like that, and it'll do that all around the mesh. So basically it does that. It rounds off from one edge to another, but going in a straight line and pulling out a little bit. So I'll delete this, bring this guy back. So basically when I smooth this guy off, it'll basically grab from this edge to this edge, and it'll basically draw basically round off from this edge to this edge. And the more polygons that are in there, of course, the smoother it's gonna get. And as you go up, it'll keep getting smoother and smoother, and so on and so forth. Which also means that if the two middle points are closer together, you're gonna have a much more, well, it's not gonna be as high of a slope. It's gonna be a little more dense. And let's see. And that also means if you add like a knife cut here and add a polygon here, now the middle point is here and this one's here, so it's gonna be a little more stiffer.